all.
I do remember this one time I did call the cops. Actually,
Of
God.
course.
not the best thing that ever happened. That was very scary. So I used to have this house phone.
Okay.
I had this house phone that you didn't have to click like call. It just like if you waited a second after typing out the whole number, it would start calling immediately, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just like fucking around like, "Oh, I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to call the cops. Look, I'm typing it in. Look, I'm going to call the fucking cops." So I type in 911 on my house phone, and I like wasn't thinking that it would just start calling immediately, and I did it like fucking 5 times, right? So it had called and hung up 5 times. And when it
God, they
gets to
probably thought
that
you were
point,
getting
Oh yeah,
murdered.
they'll
yeah,
send
when
cops out to
it
you.
gets to that point, there's like high fucking alert because they think some shit's going down.
Yeah.
So this cop comes fucking speeding down the road to my house,
Oh
and
my god.
out, dude, I almost shit myself.
What'd
My
you tell
dad
him?
walks
You're like,
into
oh yeah,
my
I was just
room.
trying to prank call.
My
bad.
dad walks into my room and he's like, "Why don't you come to the front door? Look who's here." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, just come out here and look." And I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" There's just a cop in the driveway. Luckily, my parents knew who it was, but he was still pissed
God,
off.
that is-
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very lucky because he happened to be the closest cop in the area to like receive the
that is
call or whatever.
Lucky as fuck.
Dude, it was so fucking scary, man. When I saw that cop car out there, but he made me come out to his car, and I had to sit in the cop car, and he was like, "I want you to watch this," and he pulled up like the dash cam footage of him, like, and he was like, he pulled up the footage and was like, "I started recording after the 5th time you called me."
Oh my
And,
god.
and the footage is just like him going 100 down the highway, like speeding in between cars.
Christ.
So,
God, that-
You're a horrible person.
I felt so bad, dude. I explained the situation to him. I was like, "Dude, I really didn't mean to call, you know." So, yeah.
Is that your worst experience with cops? I've had a couple funny ones. But I was fucked at the time, but
yeah, for the most part. I mean, I haven't really had many run-ins with the popo. So.
That's actually surprising.
What? Yeah, dude. When I was like, oh god, I don't know. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, and we got an alarm system on my house. So my grandpa picked me up from school and was bringing me home, and we got in, and we didn't know the alarm code because my mom told him, but he's old, so he forgot. And we fucking got there, opened the door, and the alarm just started going fucking ham. And this was like before cell phones. So like my grandpa didn't know how to get a hold of anyone. So the alarm was just going off for like 5 minutes. And then 3 cop cars roll up, immediately pull out their fucking guns and just point them at my grandpa because they thought he was fucking kidnapping me. So I was just freaking the
God.
hell out, like screaming. He literally like was just staring like he didn't know what was going on. He was just kind of like, what the fuck's this? And they were all just screaming at him to get down and shit and like put his hands behind his back. He's just like this fucking 70-something-year-old dude that has no clue what's going on. I was like, nah, grandpa's getting glocked in the head today. But yeah, luckily they didn't end up doing anything. But that was, dude, I was so scared of cops for so long after that. Like every time I'd hear a siren, I'd think they're gonna shoot my grandpa. I don't know why. It was so fucked. It was just so
pretty
like
bizarre.
extra. Yeah, it was pretty extra for just a grandpa sitting at the end of a driveway with a kid. Like it's not even like he was like grabbing me by the arm. Like we were both just sitting, just like waiting for something to happen, like the alarm to shut off or something else to go down. We didn't know.
Dude, have you had any weird encounters with the police?
Have you had
What do
any
you
weird
think?
encounters with outside life ever?
Okay. No, I've only ever been pulled over once.
I've never been pulled over.
I
Really?
wasn't speeding or anything. I was driving on hella expired license plates, so it was just a matter of time. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I'm a criminal. I'm a bad boy. You hear that?
Nope.
Yep.
No, you're not.
No.
I'm edgy.
Bad boys are tan.
Wow!
All right.
Wow!
Big Nasty, have you
dude.
had any cop encounters that are funny or weird or whatever?
Nah, there was the only time I've ever like been around a cop is when I ditched high school, and he like took me and my friend back to school. But that's
I
not
had a
really
state
exciting.
trooper get in my truck after I'd hotboxed it one time.
Yeah. I think
Oh
you-
yeah, you talked about that on the
I think you talked
podcast.
about
Yeah,
that,
we-
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. I had a cop steal my headphones and Mike and Ike's, so that was kind of
Or headphones.
Yep.
He just took your
So,
friend?
The
Friends?
bomb was in them?
Dude. Okay, so this was probably when we were 17, and we had one friend who was a year older, so he already had a car,
Was it Mike?
like full license
Ike?
and everything. Shut up, cunt. And so
Was it
we
Mike
didn't
and
know-
Ike?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fuck.
Maybe that was his first name, Mike and Ike.
It's me punching you in the head.
Mike and Ike
it is me,
Thompson.
Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike Davison.
You want to hear how
Mike
he
and Ike's
stole my
alright.
Mike and Ike's cunt, or you want to just keep saying Mike and Ike?
Why didn't you take your stupid
you
Mike
want?
and Ike?
I want both actually.
My-
Mike and Ike. Mike
My,
and Ike.
Mike and Ike, Mike
it's
and
not
Ike, Mike
your
and Ike,
Kanike,
Mike,
it's
Mike.
my Kanike.
All right, tell us the story.
I'm
Tell us
leaving
story.
this podcast.
Go ahead, tell us why you
So-
stole your fucking friends, Mike and Ike. Go ahead, headphones. Beach.
Yeah.
All right, so we were like 17. It was in the middle of winter. We didn't know what to do. So we went to the hockey rink near us.
Of course you
I
did.
was waiting for
Canadian.
Yeah,
course you
there we
did.
go. Wait for
Typical.
that. All right, so we went to the hockey rink near us, and we were gonna play hide and go seek there. And
Of
we
course you
did
did,
that
Canadian.
for like what?
Yep.
How's hide and
That's what
go
they
seek?
do.
What do you guys just shoot each other? Shut up.
Yeah, we do.
Um.
And then we
Yeah.
light our towns on fire.
Yep.
All right, so we played hide and go seek for a while, and then we left, and like nothing really happened from it. Like we were just kind of like, all right, whatever. We're bored of that. So we were driving around after, and
Of course.
have you guys ever played like Ding Dong Ditch or like Nicky
Yeah.
Nine Doors, whatever you
Mhm.
call it?
Nicky
Wait,
Nine Doors.
what?
Wait, what? Mickey Mouse doors?
No, Nicky Nine Doors, I think it's called. I don't know.
Nicky Nine
They
Doors?
used to say it in, like movies and shit.
Nikki.
Like 80s
Nine
movies.
Doors.
Never heard that.
Why don't you go order from Skip the Dishes?
Nicki
Okay.
Minaj's
Okay.
90-inch
You fucking
ass.
loser.
I feel oppressed in here.
I will
You
pay
are.
you multiple loonies to never say Nicky Nine Door ever
All
again.
right. Okay, we're playing Ding Dong Ditch
There you go.
on one of our
Thank you.
friends' houses. And it was middle of winter, so we were running. All three of us did it. And the other guy stayed in the car, and he had a truck. So we did that, and we were running. And my one friend slipped, and his shoe fell off. But we didn't want to stop because we didn't want to get caught. So we just left
Like
it there, and we were
Cinderella.
going to circle back. Yeah, kind of, except like
Aw.
not at all. Because it was like a big, ugly, chunky Osiris that people wore in 2012.
Yeah, but did a guy find it and then bring it back to him later at the ball?
No, I wish that would have been a lot better. But
Did he try it on lots of people's
Yeah.
feet to try to find the damsel?
we all hopped in the back of this truck that was like full of snow just so we could drive away as quick as possible. And as we were like pulling away from knocking on this door and like three of us in the truck bed, the cop rolls up, stops in front of us, and I shit you not, 5 other fucking cop cars came up.
What the
We
fuck?
were
Why?
freaking the hell out. We're like, what the fuck happened? Like,
He just
Like,
murdered somebody?
yeah, we thought, okay, like, you know, I can understand a cop pulling us over for this. Like, this makes sense. We're 3 of us in the truck bed with no seatbelts or anything. Sure.
Yeah.
And they fucking pull us out. They start screaming at us to get in the car. So we get in the car. They're like, just keep your hands where we can see them. We're going to search around the back of the vehicle and stuff. And then they made us get out and sit. They made us get out in the middle of winter, by the way. We all had like t-shirts and shit on because we were running. And my friend still doesn't have a shoe. So it's like minus 30. And he just makes us sit on this curb for like literally half an hour to 40 minutes. He's just going through the car. Nobody's telling us what the fuck's going on. So we're all freaking out thinking like, are one of us like a wanted drug dealer without telling any of the other guys? So we're just like, we were panicking so fucking much. Like none of us had anything on us. I think my one friend had like weed on him, which is like, it's completely decriminalized in Canada. So like at that time, so it didn't even matter. So we were just like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. No one's telling us shit. And then he comes over, he asked to see my friend's phone. We're like, okay. And he gave it to him. And he made him put the password in, which we found out later is actually illegal for him to ask him to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he started going through his photos and he saw this one that I guess it looked sketchy to him, this video, and he clicked on it and it was just my friend at a concert singing. And he just fucking glared at him, gave the phone back. Still didn't tell us what was happening. So we're just like beyond confused. Comes over, goes, okay, you guys are free to go. We thought you were someone else.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, so we all got
fuck?
back in. I go through my bag. My like $300 Bose headphones are gone. My Mike and Ike's are gone. A friend of mine had shoes. Those were gone. A bunch of random shit was just fucking gone.
That's fucked.
We're just like, what the hell happened? We like found out later that the hockey rink we went to, a group of teenagers vandalized it. And they thought we were that group of teenagers. But yeah, dude, it was fucked. Like I was so close to actually like putting in a proper complaint with like my local police station that did all that shit. But I was just like, it's not worth it. I don't want to be on their fucking hit list. So, yeah, that was fucked though.
That does sound pretty fucked.
Yeah, not very cash money. So they owe me Mike and Ike's and Bose headphones.
I saw a dead body the other day.
Huh?
Want to talk about it, buddy?
Did you just admit to a crime? Alright, what happened?
I was driving by this area because me and my cousin were in town to get food, and we drove by this area, and there was like a bunch of cops there, and there was just this like body laying in the street, and we drove by it, and we didn't really think about it that much, and then we went back and drove by it again because we were like talking about it, like, what if that fucking body was dead? And we drove by it again, and there was a thing over it, like, you know how they put the
Tarp over it?
tarp, yeah, the tarp, yeah. I was gonna say blanket, but
That's
Christ.
fucked.
yeah, and the next day, my cousin looked on the news and said that he saw somebody got hit. It was two drunk people. It was a drunk person in the car, and the guy that was on the bike was drunk, and he was like veering off.
That is a recipe for disaster.
He was veering, like the bike guy was like driving or like riding in the street, and then the drunk driver like hit him and killed him. And
That's fucked.
yeah, it's pretty weird. I've never seen a dead body before. It's wild. It's crazy just to like see a fucking body like.
I feel
in
like
the
I've
street.
seen way too many for living in like the suburbs.
Really?
Like some dude was stealing shit. Like he had a backpack full of like screwdrivers and stuff. He was breaking into cars. And he broke into this dude's car, and the guy caught him as he was breaking in. So the guy hopped on his bike and like fucked off. And he drove onto my street like on his bike. And the guy that like owned the car that he was breaking into found him and just fucking ran him over.
Oh my
And
God.
like it was literally like 3 doors down from my house. So I just walked outside
that
and this
band.
dude is just like
Okay.
I walked
No, you
outside and my mom was just like freaking
Who
out.
does?
And there's this guy just
White
screaming.
moms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
white mom's like
honestly.
3 doors down.
Facebook moms. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this guy died
Without
like
you, baby.
literally 3 doors down from my house because he tried to break into a car and the guy just schmucked him and his bike was like mangled like 30 feet away from him and yeah, he got.
Was
he
that
got
man
mauled.
like in trouble or was it self?
Oh, yeah.
No, oh no, he.
How's that
yeah,
self-defense?
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
he
Well,
literally.
if
Yeah,
you're
he's-
getting robbed and you fucking defend
no,
yourself.
if it was his property and he like ran him over on his property.
No,
yeah,
but he
sure.
chased
oh, I
his
thought, I
ass
thought you
down.
meant.
No,
I thought you
no,
meant he,
he
didn't
chased
own
him-
his property.
No, he chased him down like multiple blocks and ran him over. Like they're equally
Yeah,
fucking.
that's second degree at that point.
Oh
my
That's not
God.
even manslaughter.
yeah, no, that is like premeditated.
Yeah.
I think that the case that happened, the one I saw the other day, I don't think that the person driving would go to jail, even if they were drunk. Because I
yes,
think
they
that
would. They'd go to
Oh,
jail
yeah.
alone
No, no,
for
no,
that.
hold on.
Manslaughter
I think that
at the very least.
because the biker was also drunk, I don't think that they might go
Then
to
that
jail
would
or they
just
might
be
get
first
fined.
degree.
Well,
That
the
would
thing
just
is,
be first degree then
it's
because
like-
it's an accident. It was a oopsie whoopsie.
well, the thing is if the guy on the bike wasn't drunk, he wouldn't have been riding his bike in the street, and he wouldn't have died. But then at the same
Yeah, I
time,
don't know that. I
the
feel
guy
like
in the
that,
car,
yeah.
I don't know. They might go to jail,
I
but I
don't
don't
know.
think
We
it'll
don't
be
know.
like
still,
full on.
you're supposed to yield to pedestrians, even like if.
Yeah,
you're
but the
on
guy was
busiest
riding in the
highway
street at
world.
night. There's no way a person in a
still.
even if the person was sober in the car, they probably would have hit him and killed him.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
but
fucked.
still,
I think he
though,
just
like,
cancels out the polarities. Nobody's going to prison.
You
I
still
think
just can't hit a person anywhere ever.
they'll
Like,
probably
no-
go to jail, but I don't think
There's
for like
no
the full
point
amount of
in
time.
driving where the cops be like, "Yeah, it's okay, you hit that guy." Like, you cannot ever hit a person.
Oh,
for,
if you
like,
hit
any
somebody,
reason.
if you hit somebody, like if a biker is crossing the street when they're not supposed to, and you hit him and kill him, nothing happens to you. You do not get in trouble for that. That's completely.
That's it.
If there's
I'm killing
proof,
bikers.
if there's proof that they didn't, if there's proof that it was the biker's fault completely and not yours, then you're not going to go to jail. I mean, you're going to feel like shit because you fucking killed a guy, but you're literally not going
You're
to go to jail for
still,
that.
you're still
Nah,
probably
nah.
gonna have some shit
You aren't.
happen to you.
Uh-uh.
Lawyers.
If you're
Lawyers in the
driving down the
comments.
street at your normal speed limit and you're not breaking the law, and then
As
somebody
if
on a bike breaks the law
lawyers
and dies
watch
for that,
us.
There's
Nah.
not a single person who knows.
because
There's not a
anything
you're not
about
breaking the law. You're not breaking the law.
Breaking
I mean,
the
we
law.
are
Breaking the law.
Breaking
the
breaking
law.
the law. Breaking the law. Good song. Anyway, carry on.
Run over a biker. Kill a bunch of dudes.
Okay. All
See
right.
if you can get away with it.
As long as
All
you're
right.
upholding the law. Judas Priest. Judas Priest.
Have you guys